one of the big questions I get a lot is, Danny, how do I get the golf ball to spin around the green, right? It's a sexy shot that everybody wants to hit, that when they hit it, the ball has a little juice and stops really close to the hole and it looks cool and impresses your friends. What's the trick? I've heard a lot of people say that you need to hit down to make that happen, or I need to cut it to make that happen. Those are sort of true. The big thing is friction. To achieve the most friction that we can get, the first thing that you need to do is have clean grooves. So when you look at that golf club, there's no dirt in there. The grooves are sharp. The wedge is relatively new. And that gives me an opportunity to spin the ball and create as much friction as possible. The other thing that makes a big difference on whether or not you're going to spin a shot is the type of equipment or the type of golf ball that you use. The premium golf balls, that is the ones that you pay a lot of money for, like the Callaway Chrome Soft or the Titleist Pro V or the Penta, the TaylorMade Penta, basically any golf ball that costs a lot has what we call a urethane cover. So this white part or whatever part that it is a softer material, and the golf club that has clean grooves will grab the ball a little bit more and cause it to spin. Think of it like if I was going to hit a rock, right, that is very firm, I wouldn't be able to create a lot of friction. However, if I hit a tennis ball, right, that I could create more friction, the tennis ball would spin more. The urethane golf balls, the premium golf balls, tend to grab the club a little bit more and spin more. Okay, so now that we know what kind of equipment we need to do and what we need to do to our equipment, we need to understand why a golf ball spins. It's a really simple formula. It's called spin loft, right? So every golf club has an amount of loft on it. Loft is simply which direction the club face faces. This would have more loft, this would have less loft, right? So whatever way that face faces is how much loft it has, okay? The more it points to the sky, the more loft it has. The more it points to the horizon, the less loft it has. That combined with the direction the golf club is moving, which is called the attack angle. So a golf club that is moving severely downward has a very steep angle of attack. A club that's moving very level has a very shallow angle of attack. A golf club that's moving upward has a positive angle of attack, which means that you're not going to generate a lot of spin. All right, so here's the formula. Let's say that this shaft represents how much loft I have, and this shaft represents which direction the club is moving. So I have a shaft that has, say, 50 degrees of loft, and the golf club is moving down 5 degrees. The difference in that produces what we call spin loft. So the bigger differential that I have, the more spin I have. So just hitting down on a shot doesn't necessarily give me more spin, because I could hit down on the shot and the relationship between the loft and the shaft remain the same. It would make a difference if I kept the loft the same and hit more down on it, because that would increase the angle. All right, so the other factor that makes a big difference on how much spin I put on the golf ball is where I hit it on the club face. If I hit a shot low on the club face or down here on the grooves, I don't create a lot of friction because there's not a lot of surface area that grabs the golf ball. I have to make sure that I hit a shot in the middle of the club face so that there's a lot of surface area that grabs the golf ball and creates a lot of friction. Okay, so remember, to create a lot of spin, we need clean grooves, premium golf balls, solid contact, and then spin loft. Okay, the difference between the loft of the golf club and the way the golf club is traveling, whether it's traveling up or down. With that little bit and a little bit of practice, you'll be able to get that ball to fly out nice and low, check up and stop right next to the hole, tap in for pars and birdies, and impress all your friends.